Good afternoon. It is a few minutes to 4 p.m. here in Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you for keeping it TV47 as I get you informed on the latest at this hour. My name is Sheilar Chelangat and we begin now. An elderly couple has been brutally murdered and their bodies dumped in a well in Mutarakwa village, Elbagon, Molo sub-county. The killings are suspected to have been carried out by their Shamba boy. Neighbors say 72-year-old Pius Machogu and his wife Jerusha Kwamboka, aged 70, were last seen on Saturday after attending a Seventh-day church service before disappearing. Alarm was raised, forcing residents to climb over the compound wall, where they discovered the bodies hidden inside a locked well. Police have since arrested the family's Shamba boy, who is being held at Elbagon police station as investigations continue.
Sasa huyu kijana ambaye ni mfanyikazi wao alikuwa ndani, na aliposikia tumefika kwa mlango akatoka akatufungulia. Tulipoingia ndani ya nyumba tukapata kwamba vyumba vyote ndani vilikuwa wazi. Simu ambazo tulikuwa tunazipiga za wazazi zilikuwa huko. Tulipoangalia simu ya kwanza ya maji hakukuwa mtu, septic hakukuwa mtu, underground tangi hakukuwa mtu, na hizo tangi kubwa ziko hapo. Halafu tukapata kuna shimo moja ilikuwa imefungwa, ikabidi sababu alikuwa amepelekwa na polisi tuvunje kufuri. Tulipoangalia ndani tukakuta kwamba mama ndiye alikuwa anaonekana, alikuwa juu.
So ile ambayo tumebakisha sasa ni kujua aliko ule house girl ambaye alikuwa akifanya kazi kwa hii boma, ambaye hatujampata.
Kwa sasa tunashuku pia mama yule msichana ambaye ni msichana wa kazi hapa nyumbani, huenda ikawa labda ako kwa kisima ama labda hatujui mahali yako. Kwa sasa tuko katika giza nene.
Walikuwa naishi na hii wafanyikazi, na iko mfanyikazi mwingine msichana which hatujapata jina yake, na hakupatikana kwa boma, na hata mwili yake ama yeye mwenyewe hajapatikana.
And away from that, a 24-year-old woman has been arrested in Kitengela, Kajiado County after allegedly stabbing her 38-year-old husband to death. The victim sustained a deep stab wound on the thigh and later succumbed while receiving treatment at Kitengela Sub-County Hospital. The incident happened on Sunday evening. The neighbors have condemned the incident as a heinous act, while police say investigations are ongoing.
Jana saa 3 nisikia jirani akipika nduru, anasema jirani anaua bwanake. Kuna huyu mama anakaa mlango hii side. Sasa mimi niko kwa nyumba, nilikuwa najiandaa kulala, nikatoka jaribu kuja huku, mama akawa hataki mtu aingie kwa nyumba, na akapigia mama mkwe simu. Hiyo kwa sababu mwanaume alipika nduru mara moja, akisema huyu ananiua, na akanyamaza. Sasa nikajaribu kuja kuangalia, mama akawa mkali, akawa hataki mtu aingie kwa nyumba.
Kwa kisa kama hichi inanishangaza sana. Maki nimesikia tu asubuhi ya leo kwamba kijana amewawa na mke wake, na chanzo chenyewe hatuelewi.
Ningeomba sana kwa hawa vijana ambao wako siku hizi ama hirika, wamkubali Mwenyezi Mungu na wawe watu wa kupenda ushauri, na wawe watu wa kunyenyekea sana, kwa sababu fujo na fracts hizo hazina faida ya aina yoyote ambayo inaweza kukupea. Hakuna kitu unaweza kusolve na kifua. Nchi ina sheria na mwanadamu amepewa sheria na Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa hiyo tufuate sheria za Mungu na tufuate sheria za nchi.
And emotions ran high over the family of the slain GBV victim Susan Nabwire during her burial in Matayos, Busia, as the family members narrated the horror ordeal that resulted into her brutal death. The 27-year-old businesswoman who ran an M-Pesa booth at a Nairobi country bus was allegedly brutally murdered by her husband in Pipeline Estate after being stabbed 7 times in the neck. Her grieving family, led by her father Meltus Odongo, accused local police of abating the crime and demanded justice, while mourners described her death as a devastating blow since she was the family's breadwinner.
Lakini polisi mtu anauawa on Tuesday usiku mpaka Friday wajaandika statement, wamebeba tu ile manyundo ile makamba ile alikuwa anaua naye na vitu vingine kama makisu wamewacha hapo, damu iko.
Tunaweza kuwa tuna shilingi ya kuhongana ili huyo mfungwa naye afungwe ama aende wapi. Yes, but we have God who is the final say. Kama dada yake ambaye alikuwa ananifuata, nimepoteza dadangu na nimepoteza rafiki ambaye hata alikuwa anachukulia watoto wangu ni kama wake.
Saa moja, we were just there, 2 of us. But me, bado nilikuwa na matumaini. Because sitangu alilie nikaona maybe atakufa.
And a Nairobi court has summoned 2 DCI officers to appear in court on October 1st to explain on why gadgets belonging to some of their 4 suspects in the BBC documentary Blood Parliament was secretly installed with a surveillance software. Mlimani Trial Magistrate Wambo issued these summons after the officers failed to appear in court on Monday last week. The suspects told the court that surveillance software was secretly planted on their devices while the gadgets were in police custody. According to the report, the phone belonging to Nicholas Wambugu was confiscated on May 2nd, 2025 and returned to him on July 10th, 2025.
2nd of May venye walishikwa, mimi nimekuwa nimekasirika sana kwa sababu hii kwangu mimi naona walikuwa condemned forcefully. Na tena sasa since then hawa vijana waine wameteseka sana, still wazazi tumeteseka sana, tumegojeka, tumekuwa we are not at ease anytime, na tena kuwa frustrated na hii postponement. Tumekuja mara mingi tunaambiwa mtu fulani hakuji, hiyo tunaona like wanyonge tumenyogwa sana, iwe on our side tufaulu kwa sababu Jesus Christ is the King of Kings. As much as we have a government na iko na kings, Jesus Christ is the King of Kings.
And still in the corridors of justice, Juja Member of Parliament George Koimburi has been released on a 100,000 cash bail by a Nairobi court. Koimburi denied all charges in this case, where he has been charged with fraud in connection to a 10 million shillings land deal. The MP appeared before Senior Principal Magistrate Robinson Ondieki, where he faced 4 counts, including conspiracy to defraud, forgery, obtaining land registration by false pretense, and uttering false documents. The court heard that on or before March 2020, Koimburi and others allegedly conspired to defraud Julius Gitonga of a 1.3-hectare parcel of land in Ruiru. The matter will be mentioned on October 22nd for pretrial.
And even without
there is a dispute that resulted in these instant charges. The first time we came to this court for plea.
And in a significant step towards reforming Kenya's police service, the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, and the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission, EACC, have reaffirmed their commitment to ensuring transparency and integrity in the upcoming police recruitment. Speaking after a high-level deliberation held in Nairobi, EACC Chairperson Bishop David Oginde has emphasized the importance of interagency collaboration in combating combating corruption within the National Police Service and IPOA. He noted that the EACC is actively studying corruption trends in the service and will share critical insights with IPOA to inform oversight strategies. IPOA chairperson Isaac Hassan echoed these sentiments, highlighting that IPOA will work closely with EACC to monitor the recruitment process and ensure it remains free from bribery and other forms of malpractice.
Both EACC and IPOA have information that would be useful in helping to instill integrity within the police force, police service. There's an area particularly that has been of great public concern, and this is to do with the recruitment of police. And we have deliberated on some of the challenges that are being faced in that area, and we have agreed that we'll work together as the two commissions to see how we can monitor whatever is happening within the recruitment of police officers that is soon upcoming, and even the future ones, so that the members of the public can participate in a free, fair and transparent recruitment of young people who want to join the police service.
We know it's a matter of public interest, the upcoming recruitment, and if we are to seriously consider how to reduce corruption in the force, in the service, I think the recruitment gives an opportunity to the leadership of the police and to the governance institutions to ensure that the intake, the recruitment of the 10,000 officers is done in a more transparent and efficient manner to ensure that there is public confidence in the exercise.
And away from that, the Cabinet Secretary for Lands, Honorable Alice Wahome, is expected to address the media today from Aarti House. She's set to outline the government's policy direction and actions regarding land matters across the country. Let's listen in.
To an allegation made by Senator Karungo Wathangwa, Kiambu County Senator, which he made on Saturday, 13th of September 2025 in Roiro Town in respect of land reference number 11261/76. This statement he made during the tour by former Deputy President of that region and other places thereafter. I want to give the perspective that is held by the ministry in terms of the records so that I can clarify, because you are aware that in his press statement, he did accuse the Cabinet Secretary, Lands, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development, with other people or persons, of stealing the land in Roiro. This is the true position. According to records held in the Ministry of Land Registry here at Nairobi Central Registry, land reference number 1126.
And the Nyota project is a major government investment aimed at empowering youth and advancing Kenya's development goals. It was presented by the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs Development, Wycliffe Oparanya, alongside Principal Secretary Susan Mangeni, who shared key updates on the project's progress and impact. Let's listen in.
And the training has started today. And that's why we are issuing this particular statement that now we are on the ground. Because I know we have been talking about it for several years, for the last 2 years, but here now we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, Nyota is a 5-year government of Kenya project in partnership with the World Bank, with the overall goal of increasing employment, enhancing earnings and promoting savings for vulnerable youth nationwide. The project is designed to create a strong foundations and systems for sustainable youth economic empowerment across all the 1,050 wards in Kenya. The project targets
All right, let's get sporty. And Cricket Kenya is headed for a decisive week as the Federation's Council has confirmed that much anticipated special general meeting will proceed on September 21st, despite mounting opposition from a section of officials. The meeting, which comes at a time of heightened divisions within the sports leadership, is expected to address critical matters, including the elections of a new vice chairperson to replace Maina Kamau, who resigned earlier this year. David Obuya and Barvesh Gohil are set to face off for the seat in what is likely to be a closely watched contest. The SGM also takes place against the backdrop of fresh wrangles over the hosting of the Cricket Kenya T20 League slated for November, with disputes already forcing the CEO into a compulsory leave.
Let me ask a question. You're saying.
And the city of Manchester once again turned blue as Manchester City. That concludes News Now at 4 with I, Sheilar Chelangat. More of those stories in our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Do enjoy the rest of your viewership. Good afternoon.